Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this incredible day. Thank you to our young people here, our future soccer stars, for being here this morning. We're so excited to have you here and play some soccer later on after we get through a few things to say and to announce this morning. I am Gabrielle Fialkoff, Senior Advisor to the Mayor and Director of the Office of Strategic Partnerships. We are so proud to be standing here today with our partners from the New York City Football Club, the U.S. Soccer Foundation, and Adidas, as well as some very major soccer stars, all of whose commitment to New York City, to our young people, and to youth development has brought us here today. And a special thanks to the Mayor's Fund, led by Darren Block, for all his hard work in bringing us here today. It is no coincidence that we are here in the South Bronx today. New York City is a city of neighborhoods. Their diversity, rich history, and people is what makes this city so special. But there are startling inequities between neighborhoods. Poor health outcomes tend to cluster where many residents live in poverty. Low-income communities have the highest rates of chronic disease. We also know that in these communities, there is an acute shortage of after-school enrichment activities for our young people, and that it is in these hours when they can often fall prey to bad choices. Evidence shows that connecting young people to mentorship opportunities early on is directly correlated to future success in school and their careers. In these underserved neighborhoods, there's a lack of open space for children, and often these spaces are run down and can be perceived as dangerous and unsafe and often go underused. In New York City, we know that it is unacceptable that so many neighborhoods suffer these disparities and that our kids do not have safe, healthy opportunities to play, learn, and flourish. And empowering New Yorkers, both children and their families, to be healthful and successful members of our society is one of the many steps we must take to address income inequality. At the Office of Strategic Partnerships and throughout City Hall, we know that the public is not alone in addressing these issues. Programs like the New York City Soccer Initiative are changing the lives of New Yorkers by bringing together public and private resources and expertise to address these challenges. I am so proud to be here today to announce more steps, further steps we've taken on this path, and to have the mayor here with us today to share this exciting public-private partnership. Mayor de Blasio.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Gabrielle. I want to thank Gabrielle Fialkoff. She has led so many of our successful efforts to bring the private sector into full partnership with the city to help our communities. This is a great example of what can happen. And this is going to have such a good impact on the lives of our children and give them something they didn't have before. So, Gabrielle, thank you for your great leadership and for what we are achieving today. It is a great day because we are literally leveling the playing field. We are literally giving our young people an opportunity to have some of the great opportunities, great amenities, the great chances that young people who are more privileged get to have as well. With the help of our partners, providing a wonderful space for young people to play in, to play soccer, to hone their skills, to prepare to be the next stars of the next generation. So when you give a child a chance to experience something that lifts them up, captures their imagination, a lot of other things start to happen. You give them hope. You give them a sense of purpose. We've seen so many times the young person who gets engaged by sports or by arts or music, that it opens up so many other things in their lives. It helps them do better in school. It helps them have a greater sense of their future. So what we're doing here today, it's not just about soccer fields, it's about developing these young people and letting them reach their full potential. This is an example of something much bigger we're doing. We're very proud to announce the NYC Soccer Initiative, and it will mean building and maintaining 50 soccer fields in the next 5 years in underserved neighborhoods in all 5 boroughs. 50 more soccer fields for our young people, and it starts right here at the Millbrook Playground. This is a $3 million, first-of-its-kind public-private partnership, and will serve 10,000 young people with after-school activities, mentoring, and soccer clinics. Now, this is not something we're going to do slowly. We are all committed to moving fast, so the first 8 fields will be ready for action by this time next year, including right here at Millbrook Playground. We're announcing it, and we're getting to work right away. And it's something that I think people all over the city will appreciate when they see the great opportunities it's going to give our young people. Let me thank our partners here in this work. First of all, everyone at NYCFC. I have to tell you, NYCFC came to New York City, and what a splash they have made. New York City's hometown team has created such energy, such pride, and now leading their division. Congratulations, NYCFC. Let's give them a round of applause. I just was talking to the head coach, Patrick Vieira, who has done an outstanding job leading NYCFC. Let's thank him. Coach, New York City, as you know, we love winners, and we embrace all newcomers. And when a newcomer also helps us all be a winner, we especially like that newcomer. So you are a great addition to the family of New York City. Thank you, Coach. And some of the great players of this team, who are renowned worldwide, have joined us here today. Let's thank David Villa, Frank Lampard, and Jason Hernandez for joining us. I also want to thank our other partners. We have here from Astoria Energy, CFO Philippe Habib. Thank you so much. We have from the U.S. Soccer Federation, President Sunil Gulati. Thank you for joining us and for your support. And from our own government, our Parks Commissioner, Mitch Silver. Thank you for all the Parks Department is doing. Thanks again to Darren Block, Executive Director of the Mayor's Fund. And we have a friend who serves us in Albany and protects the interests of New York City all the time, Assemblymember Francisco Moya. Thank you for all you do. Now, soccer is a great unifying force. Soccer is the truly international sport. And in this most international of cities, most global of cities, where we have every community, every language, every region of the world represented, soccer is one of the things that everyone understands. And it's something that helps New York City to be more harmonious and more unified. And certainly NYCFC has been a part of that. Another great moment for this city was a year ago when we had the parade for the U.S. women's team, the World Cup soccer champions. Remember that parade on Broadway? Wasn't that an amazing moment for this city? And there was hundreds of thousands of people lining those streets, and so many young players excited to see their heroes. And a beautiful thing I think a lot of people recognized at the time. There were, yes, we talked about the girls and the young women who were inspired. I saw lots of boys and young men who were equally inspired by those women and saw them as role models as well. So this is something that's incredibly important for the city. But I also want to say on a personal note, soccer is very important in our household. My children didn't take to it early in life, but Dante took to it later in life. He became very, very engaged in the last few years with soccer. He and I have had some very ferocious matches on the lawn of Gracie Mansion. I am trying to perfect my defensive moves because all I can do is try and slow him down at this point. And there's a lot of controversy in our family because for those of you who know the Italian league, Serie A, Dante is a Juventus fan, which I do not understand. The rest of the family are Napoli fans. Tremendous conflict in the family lately, but we're going to work it through. But I saw my kids develop through sports. It was basketball and baseball and softball and tennis and so many things they did that helped make them stronger, more focused, more disciplined, better teammates. Sports really uplifted both Dante and Chiara throughout their youth, so I know how important it is. And I want to urge all parents, we're going to make these fields available with our partners. Parents have to play an active role in supporting their kids who want to be involved in soccer and other sports. Help them get involved, support them, encourage them, because it has a lifelong positive impact. Well, as Gabrielle referenced, this is also about fairness and equality. The vision we have for New York City is one where it doesn't matter what zip code you live in, doesn't matter what country you hail from, you have opportunity. And that includes opportunities for recreation and sports and health. So when we think about the South Bronx, sadly, we know there's been a tough history, and the South Bronx is coming back strong. But some of the challenges are very distinct to this day, particularly in the area of healthcare. And the reality is, for young people in the South Bronx, there are challenges that are just different and sharper than in many other parts of the city. The obesity rate is 4 times higher here in the South Bronx than in many neighborhoods just a borough away in Manhattan. Part of the answer is more youth sports, more recreation, more opportunities to play and get healthy, and that's what we're achieving here today. We believe in New York City. One of the things all New Yorkers love about this city is that we have always been a place that was a beacon to the world, a beacon to immigrants, a place that people could believe in. To live up to that history, we have to make sure there's fairness and equality in our city, particularly for our young people. So this partnership is one of the ways we will achieve that. Let me also tell you, this is part of a much bigger initiative to encourage healthy lifestyles. It's called the Building Healthy Communities Initiative. And it's going to help young people to be strong in many ways, physically and mentally. We're providing coaches and mentors through our Young Men's Initiative as well, because so many of our young people could get stronger and healthier if they had that helping hand. And I want all adults to recognize how much good you can do if you help to teach and mentor a young person. And all of this is inspired and energized by successful models we've seen already. The after-school programs run by the U.S. Soccer Foundation and NYCFC that are already helping kids to be healthier and more confident and helping them to learn the right habits for life. This is all part of a bigger vision we call One NYC, a bigger vision for the future of this city that gives us opportunities for health and well-being, again, in every neighborhood. There's 8.5 million of us, and every single one deserves a fair shot in life. This is a great example of how we do that, particularly for our young people. A few words in Spanish. Me complace anunciar NYC Soccer Initiative, nuestra iniciativa para construir 50 canchas y ofrecer programas gratis de fútbol a jóvenes en comunidades de pocos recursos de toda Nueva York. Las primeras 8 canchas estarán listas para el próximo verano. La iniciativa es parte de nuestro plan para ayudar a todos los neoyorquinos a mantenerse sanos y activos. Now it's my pleasure to introduce one of our great partners in this work, Ed Foster-Simeon, the President and CEO of the U.S. Soccer Federation.
Thank you, Mayor de Blasio, and thank you to our incredible partners in this initiative, New York City FC, Adidas, the Mayor's Fund for New York City to advance New York City, This is an incredible project, and as a kid who started his life playing stickball and skelly in the streets of Bushwick many years ago, I couldn't be prouder for the U.S. Soccer Foundation to be involved in a partnership of this magnitude, a partnership that will result in 50 safe places to play for children to play the most popular game in the world, a game that has many health and social benefits, a game that engages both boys and girls equally. You know, not only will we build these pitches, but children will be given access, free access, to quality after-school programming. Our Soccer for Success program is an evidence-based practice that not only teaches kids soccer skills, but also helps them to develop critical life skills that will see them develop into healthy, productive citizens. As the mayor pointed out, the soccer field and the playing field is an extension of the classroom. There are many learning opportunities, and youth coaches are among the most influential people in a child's life. Children go to school because they have to. They come running and laughing to their coaches because they want to be there and they want to learn from them. The work that we do at the U.S. Soccer Foundation with great partners such as these is to leverage that engagement. Yes, we're confident that some of these young people who will play on these mini pitches will become top-notch players and play at the highest level. But we are also certain that all of them will be engaged with coaches who help them develop critical life skills, teamwork, discipline, leadership, how to win, how to lose, perseverance, those things that carry a person through life. I couldn't be more excited about this, and this is part of a larger initiative that the U.S. Soccer Foundation has undertaken. We want to build 1,000 of these mini pitches across the United States and couldn't be more excited to take such a big first step here in New York City. And we envision 1 million children by 2026 being engaged in this kind of quality after-school programming that not only teaches soccer skills, but leverages the unique opportunity to engage children where they are in a fun way and help them to develop as people. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our next two speakers get to talk about not just a great initiative, but a winning team, and I hope they're very, very proud of what they have built and what it means to New York City. First, the president of NYCFC, Jon Patricof.
Thank you, Mayor de Blasio. When we announced the New York City Football Club just 3 years ago as the 20th franchise in Major League Soccer and the only team to play within the 5 boroughs, we knew that we were the latest chapter of soccer here in this great city. Our hope is to be one of the most enduring chapters. Today is about the future of New York City soccer. To be a sustainable part of the future, we need to look beyond the boundaries of the stadium we play in. We need to look deeply into the communities that we are striving to represent. On behalf of our owners, our board, and everyone who has been a part of our club's short history, we could not be more excited or more proud to be a part of the New York City Soccer Initiative. We are delighted to be working with Mayor de Blasio, the Mayor's Fund to Advance New York City, the U.S. Soccer Foundation, and our partners at Adidas. This initiative is an enormous commitment to the next generation of soccer in New York. This is about harnessing the force for good our sport can be for young people. We call this the soccer effect, and spreading the soccer effect throughout our local communities. We are a club of the 5 boroughs, and through this initiative, we are proud to help spread the soccer effect to the next generation of New Yorkers in each and every borough. Since our beginning, the club has been committed to increasing the number of safe and accessible places to play in New York. We are currently serving over 4,000 children from underserved communities through our programming. This partnership will provide the perfect platform to expand this important work. Soccer entertains millions of people all over the world, but it also has the power to change and transform lives for the better. From all of us at New York City FC, we are once again delighted to be part of this initiative that is committed to serving our community for years to come. Thank you.
And now, another man who deserves a lot of credit for the success of NYCFC, the sporting director and a great star in his previous career as well, Claudio Reyna.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Everyone attending here today, I also want to thank our head coach and players and everyone, our fans from NYCFC who are here today on this very special occasion for the club. I've been incredibly fortunate to have a career during which I've been able to represent my community and also captain my country at the highest level. Now I have the privilege to be the sporting director at the first Major League Soccer team in the 5 boroughs, playing home games nearby at Yankee Stadium. I've never forgotten what it's like to be a young kid who loves soccer and just wants somewhere to play. Looking back at my life, the memories that I had when I was a young kid was truly amazing. I'm sure our players and Patrick in the back could say the same, but these are memories that you never forget. I used to look back as the odd kid in New Jersey who played soccer and no one else really did. And I used to wonder and kind of ask myself, wouldn't it be great one day if our national team could play in a World Cup? And we're doing that, and we're doing really well. Wouldn't it be great if we had a professional league, or I had a professional league to play in, and we're in the 20th season of an amazing league that continues to grow in MLS. And I always used to think, wouldn't it be great if I had somewhere just to go play with friends and other kids who love soccer? And now today, we have this, and it's really a historic moment for everybody connected with not only NYCFC, the city of New York, and soccer, but most importantly, the young kids who get to play at the parks. As well as technical skills, these programs that we're going to have are going to promote leadership, teamwork, and communication. Together with Mayor de Blasio, the Mayor's Fund to Advance New York City, the U.S. Soccer Foundation, Adidas, we are able to make one of the most significant commitments ever to soccer in New York City. We'll see 50 pitches supported by programs that can keep our kids safe, motivated, and inspired. The programming is what is really exciting. I think the pitches is a great thing to have, but to have coaches and mentors every day with the kids, giving them some guidance and teaching them life skills is really amazing. We're excited about that. On each of those pitches, we'll see a community of kids coming together, playing together, learning from each other, and developing together. Between the pitches, we will see a network of young leaders who can make a positive contribution to their neighborhoods. Soccer is a universal language which can bring different cultures, races, and religions together like nothing else. That is the kind of legacy which New York City FC wants to create, and I'm deeply proud to be part of that. On behalf of the club, the players, John, and everyone, thank you so much for being here today. We're truly excited about this initiative. Thank you very much.
Finally, I want to hear from one of our partners who's really helped to make all this possible, and we really appreciate their support. Getting things like this done takes real commitment, and Adidas has been there and believes in this initiative. So it's my privilege to introduce Ernesto Bruce, the Senior Director of Soccer for Adidas America.
Thank you, Mayor. It is an absolute honor and privilege to be here in this great city. As the global leaders in soccer, we get to work around the world, but there's truly nowhere more special because of its diversity and perseverance, which is New York City. So very, very honored to be here representing. This project very much aligns with Adidas' vision, and that vision is that sport has the power to change lives. And I think very shortly, you're going to see this happen. Kicking off from today and onwards, when this field goes in, and having these kids who I know are really excited to get out there and already start playing is going to be truly transformational for the community and for the sport. Patrick's already mentioned that he's looking forward to coming out here and scouting players. So as the kids go out there and play, make sure that you do your best. Now, how sport changes lives from an Adidas point of view is it can give kids a sense of purpose and a sense of being. It also teaches perseverance, hard work, and determination. And lastly, it teaches us how to work together, and that's very important for these kids. It's also been shown here with the Mayor's Fund on how to bring this group together, to work together to make this happen. There's also many barriers facing the sport, and our goal is to help take those barriers down, which we will do again today with the New York Soccer Initiative. So, on behalf of Adidas and our vision that sport has the power to change lives, thank you for having us.
All right, now I have a question for all the young people here. Are you ready to play soccer? Yes! I can't hear you. You ready to play soccer? Yes! Okay, they're ready. Thank you, everyone.